Jupiter in Leo, travelling there for the next 13 months. How will this impact us personally? Jupiter is the sign of expansion, growth. It is the benefic. It wants to bless us with something. In the sign of Leo, it's our confidence, dreaming bigger, believing in ourselves, having play, fun, joy, passion, creativity. It's saying, do not dim to fit in. Let's get into the tarot and my oracle cards to see what the energy is asking us. Let's have a look, guys. We have the Knight of Fire. See if that'll go into, there he is, the Knight of Fire. Apt because Leo is a fire sign. So something's coming in fast with this Jupiter in Leo. And it's asking us, funny enough, we are in the year of the fire horse. Jupiter is in tarot, it's the Wheel of Fortune. Wants to push us in a different direction. And I feel with this fire, we're going to get our spark back. Jupiter wants us to align with our joy, our creativity. Now there's lots going on when these planets all shift in July, when Jupiter enters the sign of Leo. So let's see if they show up. What else do we have? We have another Knight. See how we've pulled the Knight of Swords, which is masculine, and the Knight of Fire, which is also masculine. So here we have that masculine energy forefront, and this is moving forward very quickly. Now, when we have this transit, we have Mars running through the sign of Gemini until the 9th of August. Mars in Gemini is very fast. Again, it's a masculine fire, masculine energy. So there might be areas in your world where you're coming up against some of the lower traits of Leo, whether within you or around you, which could be the self-preservation, the egoic defense mechanism, whereby you've been hurt in the past, you don't trust, and you're going to react. Now, we've all been hurt in the past, but it's how we process those hurts, those trauma, and we move through them. Some people hang on to them, and they're not ready to see them. If that's the case, when we have Mars in Gemini for the next couple of months, this might bring this up very quickly. But it's there for you to see, and it's also asking you, where have you grown? Because if you are getting triggered, if you are being triggered by a wound, a word, a communication, this is asking you to look within. Is your heart closed down? Leo energy closes its heart down when it's been hurt in the past. And that's when we can block our own love and the love of others. What else do we have? The Magician. This is where we can control our mind. Now, it's funny that I mentioned Mars in Gemini. This is the Mercury energy is ruled by, the Magician rules over Mercury in the tarot. Gemini is ruled by Mercury where Mars is, but there's also a big Mars-Uranus conjunction when this Jupiter enters Leo, meaning there's a clash. There's a clash of mind, there's a clash of communication, there's a clash of ego. And this might test us to see how far we've grown. Have we healed our heart enough to react or respond differently? This is where we have an opportunity with the Magician to change our mind, see it from a different perspective. And we've got the Five of Cups, but it's upside down. So I'm going to turn it the right way up. Five of Cups it's Mars in Scorpio. We're looking at the past, looking at them 3 cups that have already spilt. Again, masculine, Mars, fire. And looking at life always from the past. This is like a melancholy energy, grief, loss, sorrow, heartache. Now it came in upside down, which I like to see, because 5 is about conflict, but 5s are also about freedom. Where can you free yourself from some old limiting beliefs, some emotions that need to be transformed, like the Magician? Seeing it from a different perspective. Now, maybe you have, and maybe you do, But in order for us to know that we've grown, Jupiter, you may need to get triggered to see if you passed the test. Before Jupiter entered Leo, end of June, he did a 12-month stint in Cancer. Home, children, family, childhood, emotions, sensitivity. Where have you emotionally matured enough to let the past be the past? What else do we have? We have justice. This is the scales of justice, and I feel with these, if there is any communication coming in off the back of Jupiter being in Cancer, then shifting into Leo to see how much you've healed, to see if your heart has healed. This is divine justice, cosmic justice. And with Jupiter travelling through Leo, he's going to now bless you for the healing, for the rewards that you deserve. We also might see this on the world stage. We might see old egos, inflated egos, coming into some kind of karmic balance. Another final one from the tarot, and here we have Leo, strength. Love this energy. This is where we've gone in and tamed our inner lions. We have tamed the masculine lion. There's the maiden here with the infinity symbol above her head. The infinity symbol is a figure of 8 laid on its side. I feel this Jupiter energy entering Leo is leading us up to the 8-8 line gate portal. That is a portal that has been revered for thousands of years. It's a portal where we can activate higher consciousness, higher love, opening our heart to receive. It always happens in Leo season, hence the Lion Gate. Leo's big heart. And I feel this year is going to be huge, this 8-8 portal. And for those that are not really familiar with it, stay tuned to my channel because I'm going to be doing an 8-8 portal reading. Let's go into the zodiac and astrology deck now. See what wants to come up. What do we have? The 12th house. The 12th house is our spiritual house. It is where we dream, ruled by Neptune. Neptune is the god of the sea, deep intuitive emotions. This is where we go into a higher perspective, a higher understanding. On the 9th of July, not long after Jupiter enters Leo, Neptune, the god of the sea, our spirituality, goes retrograde, simply meaning going back over. So he's slowing down. And this could mean you are needing to check in spiritually. Where is your spiritual hygiene? But then we're in Leo season not long after this, that follows Cancer season. And that's about play, joy, fun. But Neptune retrogrades in the sign of Cancer. Cancer doesn't shift into, the sun doesn't shift out of Cancer until the 22nd of July. So I feel up until the 22nd of July, back end of this month, we're asked to review, reflect, and tune in to our higher minds, solitude, slow down. We have the 6th house. The 6th house is where Virgo resides. The 6th house is our duties, being of service. It is our health, nutrition. It is diligence. Virgo is very diligent and she is very meticulous. Lower expressions of Virgo, 6th house, is overextending your energy, is perfectionism, being of service to your own detriment, and also checking in with your health, the house of health and well-being. Now, on the 26th of July, Virgo leaves the south node. The nodes of the moon are our fate and destiny. They spend 18 months in a particular sign. They control our eclipse energies and have done for the last 18 months. Where in the last 18 months Have you been healing? Have you reviewed where you've been giving your time to others to your own detriment? Where you've now learnt, you've put boundaries in, you've changed habits of health. This is coming up for completion on the 26th of July. Now that's always the beginning of the 8-8 Lion Gate portal. 26th of July is when it opens, and the 12th of August is when this Lion Gate closes. So it's quite relevant, and it's quite coincidental, or not, as it always works out this way, that the planets are moving in sync with one another, but they're showing up in this Jupiter energy. So you've learned a great deal in the last 18 months for sure with this Virgo energy, but also you've learned in regards to your Cancerian areas of your world, your home, children, family. There we go, confirmed. 4th house. Cancer resides in the 4th house. Home, children, family, nurture, maternal line, ancestral line. Cancer is ruled by the moon, our intuition. Where have we grown so much where we've woke up to our intuition, trusted our instincts? This is where Jupiter's coming in to bless you. You've took your power back, you've healed your heart. And it could be from some kind of 4th house energy, which is the home, children, family. Now, whilst Jupiter was in the sign of Cancer the last 12 months, it is about property, expansion, expanding. So it could literally be that you've been expanding your home improvements, moving home, pregnancy, additions to the family. It also can represent the womb, the breasts, nurture. Wherever you now know that you have to expand, or you have expanded and grown through self-nurture, self-love. Whether that be food, whether that be the discipline that you're saying no with boundaries, it's all to do with our self-love and healing the heart. I'm going to end this reading with my gods, goddesses and guardians. What do we have? What do we have? Black Moon Lilith. Black Moon Lilith is a scorned feminine. She was the original wife of Adam. You can tell it's Mercury retrograde. Original wife of Adam. And she was wanting relationships that were equal, give and take. Now, she didn't succumb to Adam's demands. So she spoke up. A little bit like this Mars in Gemini, speaking the truth. Sometimes that can get you into trouble. And it got Lilith into trouble because she was cast out. Where have you not been seen, heard or recognised? Or where your words have been used against you? Injustice. Lilith is here with this Jupiterian energy. And she wants to shine a light on that feminine, that wound. What else do we have? We have Nematona, safe space. Now, this feels very Cancerian to me. Cancer likes to feel safe in its home. It likes its children to be safe, its family. And it likes to be able to express itself emotionally. So where have you learned who you can and who you can't express your emotions and have a safe space within? Where may the family dynamic have changed? Jupiter's coming in again to heal your heart so you can then be open to receive. The heart is our gifts. It's a feminine receptivity. But if we go into the lower expression of Leo, that it closes the heart down and we go into that defensive masculine energy, the ego mind that wants to keep us safe. And this is where you've learned about your safe space. But when we go in, we can calm our nervous system, and we can do this ourselves. We can find that safety within. And then our heart starts to open and heal. What else do we have? Aphrodite, and also known as Venus. Aphrodite is the Greek mythology, and then it went on to the Roman mythology, which is known as Venus, the heart, the love, the big-hearted lion, bringing some love in for yourself. And it's the feminine that's showing up here. Whether man or woman, you've healed some feminine wounds. Nurture, love. One final card, Kuan Yin, more nurture, more divine feminine. And now you've got the confidence because you feel safe within your own skin, and you are now ready to shine your light, and you don't care what the world thinks. You're standing in your Leo energy. Remember the maiden? You're standing in your pride, the big proud lion. I love this energy, guys. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. Take good care.